From today's electronic technology, the electric automobile, a totally new concept in safety, luxury, economy, and ecology, Amectran's XR1. Anything else is obsolete.
The American eagle has long been the symbol of our country's willingness, desire, and ability to soar far above what the skeptics and critics thought our fledgling country would encounter more than 200 years ago. For much the same reasons, the eagle is also the symbol of the Amectran Corporation. The Amectran eagle insignia symbolizes the elements that protect life on our planet against deadly pollution. The brave eagle leads the path of green growth, and wholesome fresh air floats in the white banner, while the circle of continuity of life created the electronic hope for tomorrow. The black is an omen of the perilous consequences. This dynamic graphic statement is more. It's the mark of a proud group of dedicated Americans. It's a belief in a statement of conviction in the future of our country. A future that presses forward the ideas of history to shed the yoke of dependence that has slowed the wheels of freedom. We're proud to enter the 1980s as a part of this nation's inspired renewal of creative spirit, a spirit that will continue to lead the world into brotherhood and human dignity. We are American Ecological Transportation, presenting the XR1 electronic automobile, created from space-age technology to redefine the future of surface transportation. While our nation's automotive industry has wallowed in mediocrity and fallen victim to imported auto marques that have made ever-increasing inroads into the American auto market, quietly, diligently, and effectively, Amectran has been developing the car you now see. More than any other company in the industry, Amectran has dedicated itself to the mass production and marketing of electric passenger automobiles. The motivating and ever-vigilant force behind this organization of dedicated and professional people is Edmund X. Ramirez. In the more than 7 years of development of the XR1, Ramirez has risen to the Herculean task of beating overwhelming odds and numerous obstacles, including reluctant and callous government officials in some agencies, apparent enemies in key positions of certain industry organizations and corporations, and the constant need to search for additional capital to keep the project alive. The automobile you've seen in our display and now see in this presentation is the XR1 production prototype, designed and handcrafted in Italy by the world-renowned Pietro Frua. But before we tell you more about the car of your future, let's tell you about some of its ancestry. The first prototype was to become known as the yellow car. Not only was the ability to make the car go paramount, but to make it able to turn and handle well was a major concern to Amectran. Many different suspension geometries were tried, and as you can see in this footage, even America's supposed only true sports car, the Chevrolet Corvette, has a rough time keeping up without hanging its tail out. Not only could it handle, but the yellow car had a top speed of 70 miles an hour and could travel 100 miles at a constant 55 miles per hour, according to the Department of Energy's 1977 State-of-the-Art Report on Electric Vehicles. Ramirez amended these statistics, saying the maximum speed was 100.4 miles per hour and accelerated from 0 to 55 in only 12 seconds. These performance statistics are remarkable for an electric car weighing more than 4,000 pounds. J.D. Gilmore of ATV4 Corporation, an Amectran competitor, said, and we quote, "I rode in Ramirez's car. The prototype does what he claims it will do." End quote. The yellow car was followed by the development of the ST, which was designed to convert easily from a mid-sized hatchback sedan to a small pickup truck. As you may be able to tell, it was constructed using AMC Pacer body parts. The ST's performance was a bit below that of the yellow car, but still far exceeded the groping efforts of some of Detroit's manufacturers. As you can plainly see, the forefathers of the XR1 had no trouble in competing with their internal combustion counterparts. The XR1 has garnered tremendous response wherever it's been seen, but it too has a history. On a fundraising and information tour of Europe in early 1977, Ramirez realized the market was just not right for the yellow car, which was to be the first commercial car. He commissioned Pietro Frua at that time to modify a body which he had previously designed for BMW. The German auto manufacturer had decided the body was too racy for the company's conservative image and had elected not to produce the car. After more than 3 years of modification, Frua produced a production prototype with a steel body. The XR1's classic styling and sporty air, we're sure you'll agree, rivals the best of Ferrari and Lamborghini. Performance of the XR1 will be equally impressive. The maximum speed will be in excess of 80 miles per hour, with 0 to 60 times in the 12-second range. The range at 55 miles per hour will be as great as 100 miles per charge. The car will be sold directly by Amictran on a delivered basis, with the company providing a 6-year financing plan. The company will also provide all servicing for the XR1s through the regional facilities it plans to establish nationwide. The XR1 has no options available, since it's the company's feeling that if something is good enough and worthwhile enough to be on the vehicle, it should be standard equipment. Standard fittings for the car include such items as front-wheel drive, rack and pinion power-assisted steering, 4-wheel disc brakes with dual master cylinders, 4-wheel independent suspension, wraparound energy-absorbing GE Lexan bumpers, power windows, Craig AM/FM stereo, tape deck, and CB radio. The tires used on the XR1 were developed by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company with advice from Amictran, and the Earhart Products division of Hurst Performance Products provided technical assistance with the brake system. It was in this way, for example, that Amictran determined which size tire would be most efficient. Hurst helped Amictran discover the benefits of floating the disc brake calipers, which significantly reduced drag. The computer on board is used for a variety of tasks and is capable of handling 10 times as many functions as it now does. The computer controls or monitors such things as battery water level, motor temperature, cabin temperature, battery state of charge, voltmeter, tachometer, ammeter, brake condition, and other accessories. The computer also requests a personal identification code that will be known only to the owner or his agents. Without that number, driving the XR1 will be impossible. At speeds below 27 miles per hour, the XR1 emits a low-frequency pitch which warns pedestrians that the car is in motion. Amictran did this on purpose, knowing that one danger with electric vehicles is that they're too quiet. The XR1's body is molded of acrylic Kevlar, which has impact and damage resistance properties no other car made has. The color is actually pigmented in the material rather than painted on. Body panels are easily replaceable at low cost in modular systems should severe damage occur. All of the years of development, testing, innovation, and sweat have finally produced a car for you that truly does make everything else obsolete. We are truly proud to introduce the next generation of automotive transportation. From this very moment, the age of the electronic-powered vehicle begins. This moment was built by the dedicated work of many people who took the challenge of a dramatically changing mobile world and merged it with the great technology of our age. This moment is for them, and for the many of you who have voiced their concern about how their lifestyles have been threatened by lessened mobility. Freedom of movement has been a hallmark of our century. We have opened the world to people. We've put wheels under the miles separating mankind and have seen the blossoming of all of the people. We've thrived upon a freedom that technology has created and have raised the standards of living to greater heights in the last 100 years than in all the years that came before, all put together. We believe that it's absurd to think of going backward in an era that sent men to dance on the moon and created communication media that instantly links every person on Earth with each other. The XR1 electronic automobile is more than the culmination of years of work. It's our contribution to the future. It's one of the symbols of achievement that a free will and a free mind can create. We invite you to enjoy this moment with us by being a witness to this totally new automobile that represents a new kind of company that will produce them. This company, as you will learn in time, will offer a closely related association with every owner of the XR1. No member of the driving public need ever again be at the mercy of an army of unscrupulous service industries, nor lack the safety, the comfort, or the benefits that today's technology is capable of offering. Don't stop your journey here. Ask for more of the light of the future. will help you. We are American Ecological Transportation.